Hello and welcome back to Broadside Gaming with me, Zug, and I think I've come to my final decision on one of the veteran builds. I've been working on it over the last few days along with the other ones I've been chucking out, but I keep coming back to this one and it's just really nice to play with, and it's clutched a few matches and it's just really satisfying to mess around with. And I have dubbed it the Kruber build. Weapons up, fight like it's payday. So, what are we using? We're using the Minotaur Mark III Power Sword, same as I usually use, with Carapace Armor, damage, Manic damage, Power Cycle for the extra energy hits, and Wrath is just on there because that's what was on there. Although, the extra Cleave works quite nicely for dealing with hordes, I have found, so I've lucked into that one. Next up, we're using the Shredder Auto Pistol. This has fallen out of favour somewhat since the patch because pinning fire was nerfed to all hell, but it still is as ridiculous as it always was, just not quite as ridiculous. It's not assail levels of ridiculousness anymore, but it's still really good. So as you can see, I've built it pretty standardly with Manic damage, flak armor, then we've got pinning fire and blaze away. There is another way you can build this if you want to go for a little bit more survivability. You can put Inspiring Barrage in instead of Blaze Away. So instead of doing more damage, you'll regenerate toughness on your shots. But the perks are pretty much the same. So you'll always want Pinning Fire, either Blaze Away or Inspiring Barrage. Currently, I'm running it with Blaze Away and Pinning Fire just for the extra damage. And as for the Curios, these are nothing special. I haven't really worked on the Curios since the patch. So as you can see, toughness regeneration, toughness, combat ability regeneration. The only thing that really matters on these is the toughness regeneration and the combat ability regeneration, which I have on all three of them. As for the blessings, I'll probably want to dump the max health one for toughness, but keep the exact same perks on it. And just keep the one wound and have 2 toughness Curios. So go through them one more time just so you can see them because I always forget to show them. And we'll jump over to the build. So as you can see, we're pretty much going for the voice of command build. So we've got the up to 30%, 33% toughness damage reduction, the more allies and coherency. We've gone for the increased aura over the regeneration of a grenade because with Only in Death does duty end, it does reduce your aura down. So with this, you actually get a slight increase of about 27%, maybe, instead of 50. No, 17%. I can't do maths. Crack Grenade, because it's hilarious. This does limit your crowd control potential, but that is why we have the Power Sword with Power Cycle and Cleave on it. For all crowd control situations, if you can't shoot your way out of it, swing your way out of it. Crack grenades will be used on all Ogryns and monstrosities. Crack grenades do a ludicrously disgusting amount of damage to monstrosities. But good luck getting it to stick to a demon host. Health boost, which we don't really care about, but we want it to get into here. Grabbing the range damage boost over here. Taking both Grenade Tinkerer for the increased damage. Covering fire when you kill an enemy with a ranged attack, allies within 5 meters of the target replenish toughness. This is a party buffing build, and it really does help you clutch. Fire team, 3% damage for you and allies in coherency, just a bit of damage. We're coming over here for the crit boost, and mostly for the extra grenade. We don't care too much about the crit. It's nice, it's a bit of damage, but we want the extra grenade. Demolition stockpile so that we can replenish a grenade every 60 seconds. This is so we don't have to fight with everyone else for the grenades. I was thinking of taking field improvisations, but I would rather have the guaranteed every 60 seconds than this. Of course, we're taking voice of command with duty and honor, and Only in Death does duty end. This ability is absolutely goddamn amazing. You can literally shout people back onto their feet. And this does work in 90% of situations. The only times I've seen that doesn't work is if they are being consumed by a demon host or by a beast of Nurgle. All other situations, if there is a down teammate, this should get them up. Be aware though that the range of it is not as big as you think, so try and get as close as you can when you use it. Stupid stamina buff that no one likes. More range damage, more range damage. And then we're jumping all the way down here, grabbing all of these. Combat ability cooldown reduction by 6 seconds. More damage to Ogryns. Base damage to elites. This is just brilliant for, it buffs the crack grenade, so you'll just be popping crushers and bulwarks with grenades left, right and centre. Coming down here, taking both of these, replenish 25% toughness on elite or specialist kill, and a further 25% toughness over 10 seconds. 50% reduced toughness damage if above 75% toughness. This does work really, really well with the Inspiring Barrage blessing on the auto pistol, because that keeps you topped up. So that does actually make you even stronger. So it is actually, if you can accept the damage loss, this makes you way, way tankier if you combine it with Inspiring Barrage on the pistol. And then we've gone for Competitive Urge. 2.5% chance of 20% base damage, 20% melee, blah, 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 blah. Lots of damage on our chance. We're not taking Born Leader because, well, sorry, it's really late. We need points elsewhere. Rending just gives, basically how they work it now, Rending is just flat damage. So there's just 15% flat damage across all weapons. There is a very complicated calculation for it, but it boils down to 1% of rending is 1% of damage. And we are taking for the Emperor because it's a very nice damage boost. I know we are increasing our cooldown slightly by taking only Death Does Duty End, but even with this, it really does boost us a bit. I mean, you could put these 2 points somewhere else if you really wanted to, but yeah, I mean, you could take melee damage and twin blasts, but I mean, I prefer the guaranteed damage every time I press the button. It allows you that pop ability and that you know you're going to mow some things down. But yeah, that is the build. I'm quite happy with this so far. It's a build I keep coming back to. I am working on an infiltration build as well as a proper marksman build, but they're still being tinkered with. I will upload those when they are done. For now, here is your Commissar / Marcus Kruber build. I hope you enjoy it. And if you do, like, subscribe, hit the little bell for notification. It really does help us out. And if you want to, take a look at the members area for 99 of your pennies a month. It helps keeps the lights on for the channel. So until next time, folks, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you later.